morning, friends. Welcome to a brand new YouTube video. If you are new here, my name is Bethany and this is my wellness prep series. I step on stage in 2 weeks. I'll share my thoughts on that later. We are back home, back in California, and I have been resting so much since I've been back. It feels incredible. So I have a brand new routine because I am no longer in school right now. I'm on summer break for the next month, and so I can do everything on my own time, which is like prime for being 2 weeks out from a bodybuilding competition. We make sure to get those like 8-9 hours of sleep, and it has been glorious. Some fasted cardio in the morning and then the remaining cardio at the gym during my workouts. But I'll wait to tell you the changes that have been made, what I'm currently doing later. I'm doing the first 25 to 30 minutes of cardio fasted at the gym, and then I go pose. And normally that's at least been taking me like an hour and a half in the morning just to do like the cardio and posing. And then I take lots of pictures for content and try to make TikToks. So that's time consuming, but I got time now, and that's like my favorite thing. We've been doing ghost energy. Incredible. I mean, okay. I call it cardio with the kids. Giving me life. Don't understand. It is 5 calories and 1 gram of carbs. I do want to say that I'm going to be putting out a lot more YouTube videos leading up to peak week next week, like a few days out, show day, post-show day, like all that stuff. So it's going to be a lot more content because a lot of the changes are going to come and a lot happens in these next 2 weeks. So subscribe, turn that notification bell on so you don't miss any of those things. Comment below what you think I should have post show day, literally after my show, for a full dinner. And then also, what do you think I'm gonna have for like sweet treats? Let me know. Okay, see you at cardio. Apartment gym. So I've been using this whole area for posing, and that's super clutch, let me tell ya. So I do 50 minutes a day right now, 5-0. My walk over here and everything, first few minutes on the treadmill, I just do like a morning worship, directing my thoughts to gratitude, setting my intention, going back to just the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I've been definitely feeling more like anxious with the show, going to sleep thinking about like me on stage and like posing, not wanting to mess up, and also just like anticipating body image and like relationship with food, things that will happen post-show. Just wanting to do a lot of like preventive mental things for that. It's more of just like setting my mind right now, so when that time comes, be more ready when that does happen. It's a very real thing. Like, yes, I enjoy being this lean, but it's temporary and it comes with a lot of costs. So just enjoying it as much as I can now and like enjoying this process, but also not letting it totally dictate, you know, my worth and ultimate goal. Like, my ultimate goal isn't to be a certain amount of leanness. My goal is to see myself like reach a certain potential and accomplish this challenge, which I can actually take with me post-show, like that accomplishment, and apply it to other areas of life and like look back on and be proud of myself for, and that kind of thing. But oh my god, my arm's getting tired, so we'll talk later. All right, now we're gonna practice some posing. This lighting has been my best friend these days. Yeah, there's gonna be so many more changes. Oh my God. That's like more separation, like that's new. Like the amount of changes that you see the last few weeks are insane. Because you just ramp up everything so much more. Okay, we're going to pose, and I have my hair down because I'm gonna have my hair down for my show, obviously, so then I have to practice, you know, be flipping it around. So. I hold my breath the whole time. Oh my God, okay. Breathe. Alright, try again. Breathe this time. And in case you were wondering, yes, I do pose to Beyonce. Because you gotta channel that stage energy, you know? So my quads have been separated like this kind of easily when I get lean, but the harder part is my hamstrings, and they actually want to see like glute hamstring separation and then your adductors as well, and that is the hardest part that's going to come in. But you see a little bit separation of your adductors and hamstrings. My hamstrings have never popped like this ever. Like, I'm telling you, I have been hammering my hamstrings so much for this moment because they finally have some like pop to them. And I'm so freaking excited. All right, and y'all remember that first Physique update. If you're an OG, here's a Physique update. So, there's like 3,000 calories. I mean, obviously my abs are like visible, but obviously more relaxed. Physique updates and heels up. This is okay. I'm gonna do. This is relaxed. Okay. Relaxed all around. I've also been on my period, and it's pretty rare to be on your period like the 2 weeks out and this lean for a female. It's honestly a good sign that I haven't lost my period completely, even though we don't want a period for stage, but I'm just like more bloated and tight, not extremely bloated, and I'm not just trying to say that as an excuse, but I just want to make you aware. Also, I'm getting my hair done like more blonde because yeah, it needs more. I I'm really hungry. Like walking in the hills and everything has been fine, but then doing transitions, like I feel dizzy because I just feel like it's more of a lack of food dizzy than like me not being able to walk in heels. So my coach got back with me already. She's so quick, she's the best. And she said, sorry, blinding. She said to keep things the same. So the big changes I've made starting last week, after being on 1930 calories, only like 30 minutes of cardio, a steady state in 3 HIIT sessions a week, I went down to around 1630 calories. It's 175 carbs, 38 fat, and 150 protein. And then 50 minutes of cardio a day, no HIIT, trying to control those cortisol levels. Changes are happening a lot faster because of that reason as well. And this is the time that, you know, I'm really feeling like more fatigue. I feel like an older person that's like can only handle so much in a day. That's kind of how I feel. But it's not horrible because I've gotten to rest on my own. But yeah, we'll see how legs feel today because that's gonna be hard. Oh, hello. Oh, outside. Hello. Say hello to your friends. Say hi to everyone on YouTube. Say hello. Now you are shy. Now you're quiet. She wags her tail for you all. You're on the vlog. What do you say to YouTube? Any words of encouragement this Saturday morning?
Eat your protein, drink your caffeine, do your cardio.
We have our same breakfast from, if you know the last vlog, same breakfast. And then we're gonna have, this is my pre-workout meal now. Because it's 11:30 and we're gonna work out in an hour. So I'm combining my breakfast minus the scoop of protein that I'm having for breakfast normally, just to make this higher protein. But I'm gonna wait on that for later. Go ahead and have my pre-workout meal, so I will be carved up for the gym. But I pretty much have protein spaced out every meal and snack, so it's like 5 times a day having 30 grams of protein pretty much. That's gonna keep you full and protein synthesis going. That's just more optimal for muscle growth, whether you're cutting or not. But also when you are cutting, to remind your body that you have protein. Let's spare the muscle, please, and get rid of the fat. And then I'll show you my pre-workout traditions. We have a new pre-workout. So I am officially a Legion athlete, and I switched from kind of being like a one-up affiliate to Legion. Legion has, I like their ingredients a lot better. It's very just simple ingredients, science-based, a lot of trusted professionals in the field. They also work with Legion. So I'm just really excited that I finally get to work with them. And this is the pre-workout, but I had this in my cream of rice earlier, and it's cocoa cereal flavor. And if you remember from my first vlogs, Cocoa Pebbles, carb of choice. I mix this with my cream of rice, put a little salt on the top, and it's like sea salt chocolate. It's so good. Like, the flavor is so strong. It doesn't have that like chalky taste of whey. Like, yeah, there's a lot of options out there, but you pay for the taste. And Exhibit A right here. Sip on it on the way to the gym.
Bell's going on easy now. We ain't trying to progressive overload, we're just trying to survive. Well, I feel pretty good. Legs shaking, but I'm like trying to feel that in my hamstrings and adductors. So I'm really trying to like focus on pressing on my inner heel and inner foot the whole time. So it's like taking a lot of focus with that, kind of takes away from the pain. We have one more. I don't even know. I feel like I did like 12. Let's keep going because it felt good. I'm not going to get a lot more quad pumps. We're not even going to hit legs on peak week. So we have one last week to train legs. Like, that's so sad. We're barely touching upper body too because we want all this inflammation to go down. But so I'm like taking in the leg days as I can and leg pumps as I can because they're going to be going away soon. Okay, should I add 10? 10? When you pass the 10-pound baton, pass the baton, is that what it is? The torch. Pass the torch. Okay, I don't know why I'm in here. I need to get out. This is a sacred space. Only enter this and only enter like the squat rack when you're like mentally ready, you know? Like you just have to chill outside the premises. Respect under the barbell and respect under the roller coaster pads because you got to get your mind right first. Then you step into the fire.
I'm so hungry. Next meal. My lunch. Okay. Ooh, yes. So we have 165 grams of brown rice because brown rice has more fiber. 3 ounces of avocado, 4 ounces of chicken, carne asada seasoning. Yes, carne asada seasoning, because I can't have carne asada. So you just pretend. You eat chicken and pretend. Yes. And then some salsa on there, some medium. a little bit of spice actually suppresses your appetite a little bit. And a little bit right now goes a long way. Macros on the screen. And then I have my post-workout from Legion. So post-workout, so it has creatine in it. It has L-carnitine, L-tartrate, so it's gonna help with recovery, muscle building. Creatine helps with literally so much, even cognitive function, strength. If you aren't taking 5 grams of creatine a day, I will hunt you down and force it down your throat. Because I care. Are you ready to see the most bodybuilding thing we've ever seen? Okay. Hear me out. So we have a sample of 1UP cookies and cream. We are making the lowest calorie ice cream, highest protein, lowest calorie ice cream you ever did see. Okay. Ice and water. Ice and water. Yes. Protein powder. I have not mastered yet is the ratio of ice and water to protein powder. But so far it's getting the job done. Just, you know, it's 100 degrees in Southern California. It's the summer. Cookies and cream, can't go wrong. We're just gonna blend this baby up, okay? Okay. Oh my god. This is plugged in. Wow. That's some ice cream right there. And the macros, just scoop of protein powder. So like 25 protein, 3 carb, 1 fat. Easy. And that's all. Normally, if you have more carbs to use and calories, like add a frozen banana and milk, and like there you go. But for those of you on a diet, this is pretty clutch, just saying. Just like that. That's all for now. Welcome to my little Q&A time. My last video had some questions that is worth talking about. So let me just jump right in. Do you find your prep / stage lean body or off-season body more attractive? Do you like being tinier and lean, or do you like being curvier / having more meat on your bones? Honestly, I think my off-season body is more like strong looking, obviously like curvier, whatever. But there's like pros and cons to both in my perspective. Like when you are in your off season and you have that additional body fat, like you try to look at like, oh my gosh, my glutes are like finally growing. But then it's like, for me, I'm like, my upper body looks too big, but I like how my lower body looks. There's no perfect body, but I feel like I've always liked being lean more than off-season body. But just this off-season, I'd embrace my like off-season body a lot more, because I would just eat to like maintenance, cut, eat to maintenance again, cut. Like that's how I've the past like years of training, because I never was in that surplus. I never wanted to just add more body fat. I was just like cool with being patient and like adding a little bit of muscle at a time. Always kind of been my preference, but Andrew likes my off-season body more. And definitely there's a point too where it's like too lean. Like where I am now, it's like prep lean. Plenty of people don't think that's like attractive. That's not really the point either. For me, I just enjoy being more and more lean, because you're just like revealing all the muscle that's under there that you've like built. Like where I am now, I wouldn't want myself to be this lean like all the time. I would want myself to be like a month or two ago, like that kind of lean the majority of the time. Do you still feel womanly when stage lean specifically? I know that being stage lean, the size of boobs and bum decrease a lot. Boobs and bum. Also, this is a decaf, I think. Womanly with this sport, like I've actually never felt more feminine in this fitness industry until now, because when you when you go on stage, feels like a performance. When you go on stage, the judges are literally looking for more feminine. Like if you're a little bit too masculine, then you might not win over someone that's like less masculine but still has that like roundness and like development of those muscle groups, like glutes, quads, hamstrings for wellness, like for sure. And yeah, you're gonna lose a significant amount of body fat down to like barely anything, so your boobs and your butt gets smaller for sure. But it's temporary. Like when you reverse back up and you're like, you gain it all back, you know. And that's why boob jobs, everything is so prevalent in competitors, because you do lose them. And so with symmetry and stuff like that, a lot of people get theirs done. And then with like glutes, I've been surprised with how my glutes have held on, especially just compared to years past. But I just think like my glutes themselves have just developed so much more. So whenever I cut down, the fat will still like decrease, but you'll still have a butt if you have like developed glutes, which takes years to develop, but you can still get there. How hungry do you get on prep? Is the hunger more intense than normal hunger? Oh my gosh. Yes, this hunger is more intense than normal hunger, because there are those times where, I don't know, you've gone all day without eating for some reason and you're just like so hungry for the last meal, or you're waiting at a restaurant forever and you're finally getting your food. But this hunger is like, in a situation like that, like you're deprived, but like deprived of calories and carbs and stuff like that day. But in prep, like you're deprived of a lot of things like back to back, like every single day for like 4 months straight. Like, you know, so it's more of just like the like elongation of that kind of like makes you go crazy, because that feeling of hunger in itself, like, yes, you know, you tell yourself like it's temporary. Like I've honestly feel like I've gone numb to like the hunger, because I'm not gonna sit there and dwell on like, oh my gosh, like I'm hungry, let me try to suppress my appetite with something, or okay, yes, I do suppress my appetite with things, but I'm not trying to constantly be doing that all day every day, because I've done that before and it's just not fun. Like I'm so geared around like my meals, and everything is like so tailored of like, I can't feel hungry, like I want to diet and not feel hungry. But like you have to reach some point where you have to like embrace that you're gonna feel hungry, but you are gonna feel full again. And what I think too is like when I feel that hunger and I'm choosing to push through it anyway, that's when I feel like the change is occurring. Like I'm hungry right now and I'm having to push through this. This is where like the fat loss is occurring. And obviously, please don't take that mindset like too far, but it's kind of like the same thing when you're training. It's like when you're pushing through that rep, you're like, this is when I'm gonna build this muscle, you know? It's just like you have to embrace the suck within those moments and know that, of course, it's purposeful. So remind yourself of those reasons and like keep pushing. Do you get emotional from lack of eating? Yeah, I get moody and irritable 1000%. Ask Andrew. Does being leaner affect your ability to lift weights? did your strength go down during prep? Not being leaner in itself doesn't affect your ability to lift weights because you still have the muscle there. If you know, obviously if you lose muscle, then you are going to lose that strength. But yeah, being leaner and assuming that I'm keeping most of my muscle, and within the span of like a whole diet phase, you shouldn't lose a ton of strength. Honestly, I was dieting for like the first 10 weeks and didn't lose a ton of strength. My rapid strength like decrease happened 5 weeks out. So like 3 weeks ago, I was like, oh my God, like I feel so weak. Yeah, it was bad. But overall, like it shouldn't go to absolute garbage. You know, if you're doing everything right, like you're not gonna feel like pushing yourself as much. And a lot of things can get to your head, like, oh, I have no carbs, I have no energy, like I can't squat this weight again. Like, of course that thought occurs in my head, but trying to redirect that and say, oh, there's technically carbs in my system that I can use in this set. Take it 1 rep at a time. Let's go. Like, it's just, even thinking about it like scientifically or mentally, like however you want to think about it, like there's ways to mentally bring yourself there and still push yourself in the same way. And if you do it right, you're not going to lose a lot of strength. And right now I'm about to pick the giveaway winner, Megan Briscoe. Congratulations, you are the winner of a new product of Legion. Just DM me on Instagram and I will get you that code. Thank y'all so much just for y'all's support. Now go eat your protein, lift heavy, and be fit. See y'all in the next one.